Hey y'all, thanks for joining me. This is my presentation over student transportation. I do apologize in advance if you hear a TV or my daughter in the background. Obviously, I live up in Denton and got hit pretty hard by this ice and snow, so been kind of stuck in the house for a few days. So, like I said, I apologize if you hear them in the background. But let's jump into this student transportation. Learned a lot over the course of this assignment. So it was to me, this was really shocking to me is to learn that the state of Texas uh, only requires students who received special education services who would not be able to attend school without a special transportation vehicle, and 504 students who would not be able to attend school without special transportation as well. Those are the only two groups that are actually required to be provided transportation in the state of Texas. That was pretty shocking to me and interesting. Students who do not meet the above requirements are considered regular program students, and this also includes students that are considered five or still 504 or special education students that don't require special transportation needs to get to and from school. So, like I said, regular route services. Uh, this is what we think of as the most common when we think of transportation, students riding the bus. This is generally what jumps to mind, and it's students going back and forth to school from home. It's providing regular program students with this transportation. Something that I never really thought of, and I should at Louisville High School. Our students, we got buses running all day. We got students that go to the ninth and 10th grade campuses of Harmon and Killow. We got students go to tech centers, Tech East and Tech West. So we have students that ride the bus continuously throughout the day. They may have their first period at Maine, their second period at Harmon, their third period at Killow, and then they may be at Tech East. And that's also a regular route service, providing regular program students transportation to and from campuses that offer different academic classes. And, like I was saying with Louisville High School, sometimes you have a sophomore that's taking an upper level math class that's not offered at those ninth and 10th grade campuses. So therefore, uh, those students come over to Maine and they are provided that bus. Well, we do provide that bus service to them. Um, this is not a requirement by the state. The state does not require this by any means. This is left up to your local school district, and a lot of the stuff is created by your local school board. Let's go school-related activities such as sporting events, field trips, competitions. If transportation is required, this is up to the district to provide that transportation. The state does not provide this, which is was quite interesting to me, as well. Cars and vans may be used if if there are less than 15 people, and that includes the driver. And that if you would have asked me, if I would have told myself that or read that about, I don't know, about 8 years ago when I first got into this, I would have thought cars and vans. But now being at the high school and being around different, sports per se, for example, golf. Our golf team isn't very big, and there's always a bus that the players ride to get to their competitions, and then our district also offers SUVs as well. And a lot of times I coach football, and I'm also unofficially the video guy. So I always get to the games early, set up the video equipment. Long story short, our trainers end up taking the SUVs as well, and that's because they're smaller groups. But obviously, for 15 people or more, including the driver, a school bus must be used. So here's how LISD, Louisville Independent School District, handles transportation. According to our school board, the following students are eligible for services within LISD. If they reside within 2 miles of their home campus, if it's less than 2 miles, but the school board has deemed it hazardous, like a extremely busy road, then those students would qualify for bus services. Has been approved and received transportation by an art committee, and they're identified as homeless, falling under the McKinney-Vento Act. That was new to me when I first got to Louisville because I had a student that was receiving transportation services, and they at the time they lived in Plano, and I was informed of that. And if they are enrolled in another district-specific program for which transportation is required due to specific program needs. The school board considers the following students not eligible for transportation services. That's if they're a transfer student, if they're enrolled in a campus outside of their home feeder. If that student lives within 2 miles of that home campus, as long as if the school board feels that that area is not hazardous, and if the student is a pre-K student, they're not offered transportation services. So let's talk about the requirements to be a bus driver. This wasn't much of a shock to me. A lot of our coaches are required to drive a bus. And in LISD, I know in some school districts, it's if you coach, it's a requirement. In some school districts, they just prefer to use the bus service. So you got to be 18 years old or older. You must have a Class B CDL with the passenger and school bus endorsements. You must pass an annual DOT physical. Have a clean driving record, which is considered in good standard by the state and your district standards. Complete the 20-hour school bus safety certification course and pass the CDL skill test with the school bus, just as you would like getting your driver's when you're getting your driver's license, you know, when you're 16. All right, and then maintaining eligibility to become a bus driver is just having a clean driving record, pass annual DOT physical annually. I know they also um, require random drug testing, and then every 3 years complete the 3-hour course for the Texas School Bus Driver Recertification course. All right. Hope you learned something today. For those that are affected by the snow and the ice, hope you're enjoying it. If you're like me, kids have dragged you outside a couple of times and ready for it to disappear. Look forward to hearing from you, from y'all, and you have a great day. Bye bye.